Thank you. Good evening, councillors, officers and our viewers live streaming tonight's meeting. My name is Councillor Julie Williams. I am the Mayor of Darebin City Council and the chairperson for tonight's special meeting. It is my pleasure to welcome you to tonight's council meeting. I declare the meeting open at 6:07 p.m. This meeting is being held virtually and is available for the public to watch via the live stream link on this page. There is only 2 items to be considered at tonight's special meeting. Any discussion relating to the commercial in confidence contractual information will require council to move into camera in accordance with section 66(2) of the Local Government Act 2020. Councillors, please leave your video on and mute your sound unless you wish to speak. If you wish to speak or ask a question, please raise your hand and leave it raised until you have my attention. Note, there is no chat facility available in this Zoom. I'd like to start by acknowledging the Wurundjeri Wurrung people, the traditional owners of the land, and pay my respect to elders past and present, and recognise their continuing connection to the land, water and culture. The memberships we have this evening, before we commence, I'd like to introduce you to councillors and senior staff who are with us this evening. I have, Councillor Tom Hannon, Councillor Trent McCarthy, Councillor Suzanne Newton, Councillor Susan Rennie and Councillor Emily Dimitriadis. And I believe there's that will be coming online. I can't see Councillor Greco. I believe he was online, is that correct?
That's correct. He'll be with us shortly.
Oh, okay, so it's not. Okay, and then this evening for our officers this evening, I have Peter Smith, our CEO, Jodie Watson, General Manager and Governance and Engagement, Sam Hewlett, General Manager and Operational and Capital, Kylie Bennett, General Manager and Communities, Casey Ward, Manager Capital and Major Projects, Jacinta Stevens, Manager Corporate and Governance. Thank you, and let's get underway. Some of those councillors are having some technical issues that will be popping in online. There is an apology at this point in time. Disclosures of conflicts of interest. Councillors and officers, are there any interest or conflicts of interest that need to be declared at tonight's special meeting? If I have none?
No.
No. If I have none, thank you. I will go on to consideration of reports. The first report I have this evening is 4.1, which is Councillor Conduct Officer. Councillors, are there any questions to our officers regarding this item?
No.
If not, do I have a mover? I have a mover for the Councillor Conduct Officer, Councillor Greco. And do I have a seconder for this motion? Councillor Newton. Okay, does the mover wish to speak on the item? Councillor Greco, you're on mute. Councillor Greco, we're discussing on the consideration reports regarding Councillor Conduct Officer. You're the mover. Do you have
Mayor, I didn't. My intent was not to move on that. I've just joined the meeting as I was trying to change from one internet server or the other. So it was not my intention to be the mover of that motion. I apologise for that. If my hand went up for that reason.
All right,
yeah, I'm happy to move.
Yeah, I have a mover for that motion. Do I have a seconder for that motion? And Councillor Rennie, thank you very much. For the mover, would you like to speak on the item?
Just very briefly for you, Mayor. So this is about extending the Councillor Conduct Officer, Megan, for another 3 months. And I think it's timely to do that just to make sure that we have the highest levels of governance possible and the highest levels of transparency.
Thank you. Does the seconder wish to speak?
No, thank you.
Are there any other councillors who wish to speak on this item or in opposition of the item? If there are no other speakers, councillors, if there's no other further debate, then I'd like to put this item to vote. All those in favour? That's carried unanimously. Thank you. Consideration of reports considered confidential for item 5. Councillors, if there are there is one other confidential report to be considered this evening, and in accordance to 66, number 2 of the Local Government Act 2020, Council may resolve to close the meeting to members of the public and consider the item designated confidential by the CEO in accordance with section 3(1) of the Act. Councillors, is there a mover to close the meeting to the public? Do I have a mover to close the meeting to the public for the second item that's confidential? Councillor Messina, thank you. Do I have a seconder to close the meeting to go into confident? Councillor Greco, thank you. Are there any other councillors? Would you like to speak on the item at all, Councillor Greco and Councillor Messina? Okay, any other councillors would like to speak opposition to it? No, I'd like to put that item all those to vote. All those in favour? Councillor Greco, I can't see your hand. Councillor Rennie. Okay, so I have Councillor Greco, Councillor Messina, Councillor Demetriadis, and myself, Councillor Williams. And all those against? I have Councillor McCarthy, Councillor Hannon, Councillor Newton, and Councillor Rennie. I have a tie. It's left up to me as the deciding vote. I'll actually vote to go into camera. Thank you. I declare the meeting closed to the members of the public at 14 minutes past 6, as requested. Officers to cease the live streaming. Thank you.